Should you pull for Rem's FR and BT? Her roles are a support, turn manipulator, battery, and healing. Her notable attacks, we're starting with her HP attack. Yes, this is the first time I haven't started with the skill 1. She has an HP attack plus, which does 3 HP attacks, and it grants the party brave by 50% of the HP damage dealt. I forgot to turn this on, my bad. Cure skill 1, it heals the party by 50% of Rem's max HP, and also 120% of her attack. It grants the party brave by 50% of her max brave. It force charges. It is very, very high turn rate. Yeah, I think it's -4. It's pretty damn good. And lastly, it grants the buff Devoted Heart for 10 turns, in which it grants the party HP regen by 10% of their max HP. Swap turns, her skill 2. It does exactly what the title says. It moves a selected ally to move after her own turn. It grants both Rem and the ally she selects brave by 150% of her own attack. It grants speed up by 30% for 10 turns to herself and to her ally. It feels the ally's EX gauge by 20%. It force charges again, and it is very high turn rate. Siphon Delta, her EX is 4 AoE HP attacks. It grants the party brave by 50% of her own max brave. It heals the party by 80% of the HP damage dealt, up to 20% of their max HP, and any excess healed HP turns into brave. It gives Rem 1 free ability use, and it is very high turn rate as well. Point Blank Siphon Sphere, her LD, it's 4 split HP attacks. It grants the party brave by 20% of the HP damage dealt. It increases both of her skill uses by 1. It gives all of the party 1 free ability use, and it grants Absorb Magic for 10 turns, and that gives her follow-up attack. Siphon Sphere, her follow-up attack, it is 4 split HP attacks. It grants the party brave by 20% of the HP damage dealt from it. It gives the buff Magical Protection for 1 turn on the ally moving after her. It makes it so the brave will not drop below 30% of the person's max brave. Swap Brave All, her C65. It grants the party brave by 100% of Rem's current HP. Resonance Holy, her FR. It grants the party brave by 100% of Rem's max brave. Twin Blades of Inherited Will, her BT. It lasts for 6 turns. It fills the party's EX gauges to 100% whenever Rem moves. Not broken at all. Her BT completely prevents getting knocked out, so your party will never get wiped at all. It gives the party an HP cap up of 30%, and whenever any excess HP is healed to the party, all of it turns to brave. And a final effect of her BT, because it didn't have enough, any attacking party member has their brave increased by 50% whenever they deal an HP dump. You wrote all that down because it's a lot. You might need some notes for that. Force conditions, you get a 20% whenever anyone's granting brave to an ally. You get another 20% when Rem is the one granting brave to an ally, and a final 40% whenever the party's brave is over 20% after they move. Rem's pros. With her in the team, the party will almost always have brave. You've noticed that almost all of her skills give the party brave to some degree. It's going to be very rare when you have Rem in your team and your party isn't topped off with brave. That's very rare. You thought Charlotta was the brave queen. Nah, it's Rem. With Rem in your team, you will also be able to spam your EXs. Rem works extremely well with people who have very broken EXs. Emperor, Lightning, Strago. The list goes on. If the person has a very, very strong EX attack, you can now spam that because of Rem. Say hello to much higher DPS numbers. God dang, bro. Another great thing that her BT brings is the guaranteed immortality. Bear in mind that you're never gonna die if Rem's BT is on the board. I'm not sure how it handles absolute Omega instant kill. I actually don't know if it would still work. You don't need that as a support unit, but she has it, so cool. Right? We also got to talk about one of Rem's main tactics, turn manipulation. Swap turns, her skill 2. You're going to be using that a lot. It gives your party much more flexibility. Always having that in hand and being able to move your party members however you want with Rem. It's awesome. And lastly, I want to talk about Rem's very consistent support damage. The fact that her follow-up isn't tied to her BT at all helps a lot with longevity, because the BT is not always going to be active. So still being able to access her main form of damage. Yeah, Rem's kind of a good character, if you haven't noticed already. Let's get to her cons. This is gonna be like 10 seconds. She has a short BT effect. I understand though, because her BT is kind of broken, so giving her 6 turns kind of makes sense, but if you look at how fast she moves with her skills, you know, the skill 1, skill 2 move almost instantly, and her EX is also very high turn rate. I wouldn't really use those skills when her BT is out. I would prioritize using her LD, her FR Echo, and her HP attack if you need to, because with her BT, you want it to last as long as possible. Prioritize the slower moves and let your other units do the damage. And lastly, with her FR, it's pretty centered towards support. It's not really good if her party members are quite selfish. Like say if you have a Machina, you have a VV, they're definitely not satisfying that FR. If you use her FR as a base, which I personally will not, just bear that in mind. My should you pull rating in total for Rem is going to be an SS. Come on now, you're able to spam EXs, the party will almost always have Brave, your team's never gonna die. What more do you need for a support unit? Like, what are we talking about here? She makes the party invincible, and the only con with her really is that the invincibility isn't infinite. The fact that that's your main con probably means you're a fucking broken unit. Chances are I'm going to be using my token for her. Help me. If I have to use gems, I'm gonna cry. That's it for the should you pull. Thank you guys so much for watching with me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.